Digital products are a fantastic way for creators to diversify their income while helping their community. But have you ever launched a digital product and felt like you were sitting around waiting for people to click add to cart? Today, I'm going to be sharing 3 tried and tested marketing tips to help you increase your digital product revenue and make more sales. I'm a full-time micro-influencer based in New York City, and I use this channel to help you create great content, grow your digital brand, and earn sustainable income from content creation. So if any of that interests you, please consider subscribing. I launched my first digital product in 2019, and since then, digital products have helped me generate thousands of dollars of additional income to my creator business. Some of the digital products that I've created over the years include my pitching ebook, a campaign wrap-up template, a batching content planner, and many more. My digital products are hosted on my website, austentosone.com, and that means that I'm responsible for driving all of the traffic to my website and making those sales. Looking back on the last few years of my digital product business, everything I've learned can really be boiled down into these 3 key marketing tips that I'm going to be sharing with you right now. Tip number 1 is to always add value first before jumping into a sales pitch. And what do I exactly mean by add value? Ideally, if you're selling digital products, you're also creating weekly content on a different platform like Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, your blog, or an email newsletter to connect with your potential customers and start to build a community. Ideally, this content is somewhat related to the digital products you sell and is designed to either inspire, educate, or entertain your audience. For example, if you are selling bridesmaid proposal gift boxes that maybe include a cute candle or something else to help brides ask their bridesmaids to be in their wedding party, maybe you have a blog post about how to select your bridesmaids. If someone discovers your product when they are intentionally shopping for something, that's one thing, but a lot of customers need to be warmed up to the idea of making a purchase. So if someone was looking for tips for how to propose to their bridesmaids and how to select their bridesmaids, and then found your bridesmaid proposal box in the context of that blog post, that makes them feel like they trust you, that you've given them some value, and therefore might make them more likely to make a purchase. Another way to think about this is Gary Vaynerchuk's jab, 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 right hook theory, which is that you always want to give to your community before you ever put an ask out there. If you're a visual person, think about this content distribution like a pie chart, where 75% of the time your content is adding value to your audience, and 25% of the time you are making posts that directly sell or have a sales call to action. And that leads into my next tip, which is that when you do sell, make sure that you present your product as a helpful extension of your free content. When you show your product thoughtfully as a helpful extension or clear paid next step to level up based on what someone has learned from your free content, your audience is going to see that as helpful and definitely not as overly pushy because you've already come in with your value. To give you guys an example, let's talk about a video that I have here on this YouTube channel all about how to invoice brands as an influencer. Now, if you watch this video, I don't leave the audience hanging. I walk you guys through step by step every single thing that I think you should include in your invoices that you send to brand partners. However, at the end of the video, I do mention that I have an editable invoice template in Canva, which is already pre-designed with everything I talked about in the video. It's a template where all you need to do is erase the dummy copy on the template, plug in your own information, and save it as a PDF, and then you're done. Now, what I love about this example is that my audience still gets the information they need, whether or not they buy the digital product. So they still walk away feeling like I helped them, but if they feel like they're not very design savvy or they don't have time to go create their own invoice, buying my template, which is a super affordable option, is honestly an easy yes for them. Not to mention that if someone is searching on YouTube how to invoice a brand, I assume it's because they have to send an invoice to one of their brand partners, and that can also add to the urgency of someone deciding, yes, let me grab this template so I can send it to the brand today, versus taking the time to design or customize their own. I'll leave a link to that video down below in the description box in case you'd like to take a look and watch it after this video. And that brings us to my next tip, and this is a big one, which is to diversify where you choose to market your digital products for maximum reach. I think it's really helpful to test out what marketing your digital products looks like on different platforms. Some of my favorite places that I have marketed my digital products before are on Instagram stories, on TikTok, Pinterest, YouTube videos, my blog, or my email newsletter. And if you're starting to think, whoa, Austen, like I do not want to overwhelm my audience with posting about my digital product in all of these different places, let me remind you of a little something called the marketing rule of 7. The rule of 7 in marketing states that a potential customer must see a message at least 7 times before they'll be provoked to take an action. So this is why it's important to not only test different platforms where you'll market your digital products, but to also try talking about them several times before you say, I give up. Instagram stories isn't doing anything for me, or YouTube is a waste of time if you've just uploaded one video about that product. The idea is to plug it into your content in a helpful way time and time again to continue to make people product aware so that they know that you even have a product that you're selling in the first place. So if you're currently trying to create a marketing plan for your digital products, I highly recommend taking 1 or 2 platforms that you are really interested in creating content for and brainstorming between 5 and 7 ideas for how you can market your content on each of those platforms. And remember, when it comes to your content creation, keep in mind the 75-25 rule, where maybe you're creating content to complement your digital product, and maybe you have a few posts where you do specifically call out that you're selling your digital product and that it's available for people to buy. If you're not yet publishing weekly content and you need help coming up with a content schedule and some ideas of what to post, be sure to download my free guide, The Influencer Launchpad, which comes with 30 evergreen content ideas that you can use no matter what platform or what niche you create content in. And you can also find more information about setting up and establishing content pillars, which is another great way to constantly be brainstorming relevant content that your audience will love. So if you want that free guide, there is a link to it down below in the description box, and I really hope that it helps you. If you'd like to see more videos about digital products and passive revenue, be sure to check out the up next recommendations on the screen. And if you enjoyed today's video, please subscribe to my channel for new uploads every Tuesday. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.